And then coming back obviously to our lead project, or Tambourah. So we did a maiden drill program there last year. Our hypothesis we tested all worked out pretty well. So the three things we really wanted to test was, we had good outcrop at surface. We defined it from mapping and from geophysics, which was ground penetrating radar. And then we had a whole bunch of blind anomalies which we'd found with ground penetrating radar, but that didn't outcrop at surface. So three things we were testing was, while we saw 0.5 meter outcrop at surface, or sometimes 30 centimeters, the ground penetrating radar said these pegmatites were much wider at depth. So I think they averaged about 7 meters width, or median I should say. Biggest I think was 21 meters, and our biggest intersection was 30 meters with spodumene, right? It was only, I think we had one intersection at 0.9 or 1%, and our best intersection was probably 14 meters at 0.7% spodumene. Probably economic in this market, but really, where the existing operators are mining at 1.2% lithium, you got to remember all those mine plans were developed when the spodumene price was $500 to $750 a ton for spodumene concentrate. That's selling at $6,000 a ton still, right? So, we're probably in economic grade, but the LCT model, which is what we're chasing, is very well understood. And so, as I mentioned, the third hypothesis was that we would find spodumene at depth. Right? So we didn't see any spodumene in our map samples at surface, but because of the chemistry, we knew this should be a spodumene-rich environment. The spodumene we know is far more, it will weather and disappear from surface. The lepidolite won't. So when we drilled and we found spodumene at depth, that was fantastic. So the good news now is we know that we're probably 1 to 2 kilometers too close to granite. And so now we need to look away from the granites. And we've done a lot of work, and we still continue. We got our results back from Geochem. That was a function of the problems we had in the industry last year. The specific laboratory said they'd turn those samples around in 4 weeks. Well, that took 5 months, right? It was an absolute disaster. So we switched laboratory since, and we've gone to a new laboratory turning it around in 4 weeks, which is fantastic. But when we got the results back, and we're still going through them, so we really understand now the mineralogy. And in fact, we start today in partnership with Infinity a passive seismic program. That is far better definition. While the ground penetrating radar only went down to probably 80, 100 meters, the passive seismic will probably go down to about 200 to 400 meters below surface. And so we just now need to work out where to drill this year. And so, hey, it's a big system. We know there's lots of lithium in the system because we're seeing a halo around these, lithium halo around these pegmatites, but we're not seeing the grade of spodumene, but we're seeing microcline, and all the mineralogy tells us, we're in the right system. We just need to look a little further away.